Thank you for inviting me. I think Dr. Rashid invited me not because of you guys don't know how to be the club officers. We have area director, district officer to support the clubs. I don't think that is the real issue, and we have COT and all these things. The real issue is we cannot keep the club going. We cannot sustain the members, right? We cannot. It's not because we don't know how to be the club officer. It's because we don't know how to keep people. To be the club officer, you don't have to worry about the technicality that, well, how to be a treasurer, how to be a secretary, how to be SAA, how to be a president. I think that one is secondary. What I want to address today is, I think as a club officer, the first thing you want to do is have a self-talk. Have a self-talk. If you cannot convince yourself, what is a self-talk? The topic and the goal for the self-talk is convince yourself first. Why should you give time, allocate time for Toastmasters? This is the number one problem and issue. Agree or not, Madam? Everyone say they have no time, which is true. Everyone has no time. I also have no time. Why I can spend time in Toastmasters? Obviously, I cut off my time. I allocate my time for Toastmasters, right? Why? Now you need to find the reason why you can convince yourself to allocate that time for Toastmasters. Okay, Dr. Rashid, you are a PhD holder, right? You cannot tell me that you don't know how to be a president. No such thing, because all these things you just pick up the manual and you know how, and then you know Toastmasters. It is you don't know. Maybe you have a challenge to allocate your time. I guess when the time you agree to take this president's position, this is a time you need to ask yourself, have a self-talk to yourself. Okay, now this is a president. I need to allocate my time. I need to cut off a little bit of my time for Toastmasters. If you don't cut off your time, you're going to allocate your time for Toastmasters, nothing will happen. I don't care how genius you are, how high position you are, all these things, how capable you are. Okay? No, nothing happen. You cannot be having a meeting, last minute nobody turn up. You cannot be last minute still still no role players, no agenda cannot be completed. Cannot. All this only tell me it's a fact. Is it who we are? Our actions tell us. Our actions tell us that we did not put in enough time. We did not give time. To me, my club, Passion Advanced Toastmasters Club, you ask my club members, my agenda 1 week before I prepare. At least the first agenda 1 week before, my first draft of agenda must be ready without fail. Then of course along until the meeting, there are changes. But the first agenda must be up 1 week before. And then that allowed people to say, oh, this is the agenda, this is the role play. It means you have an outline already. People will start filling in, and then you keep posting, keep up, as every time you update, you post it in your group. That remind people, okay, this is our meeting is coming. Our meeting is coming. Everybody had to allocate time for this thing. Okay, so now, why you come back to the point why you cannot get yourself to the point you really like, okay, bite the bullet and commit yourself. this is the time I'm going to allocate for Toastmasters. Because you don't see it, you don't see clear enough how important this is. You don't have a vision for yourself. Why this Toastmaster is so important to you. If you have that vision clear enough, you will allocate time. For example, Dr. Rashid, you have children. It's easy to give you an example. When you say you don't have time, your daughter, your kids is sick. Okay? Can you tell them that they have no time to take you to the hospital? No, right? Why? Because they're the most important person to you. The message is when people tell you no time, it is a message to tell you, I cannot give you my time because you are not important enough to me. Okay? This is one thing. You need to convince yourself, talk to yourself. This year, Toastmaster is top on my top list of the priority. So then if you cannot convince, then you need to get into, then what is the benefit for all the sacrifice? You allocate time. What is the sacrifice? What is the fruits for the sacrifice? There are a lot of confusions in Toastmasters. Toastmasters is a very good platform. It's a positive, encouraging platform. But at the same time, most people take it wrong. For example, when you are doing a speech, the evaluators trying to be encouraging, positive, because this is a platform, we should provide encouraging, positive platform for everyone to learn public speaking. So everyone practice that. Good. But most people took it in a way, I'm good already, I'm very good. So a lot of people tell me, I find Toastmaster is quite boring. Every time the meeting structure is the same. Yeah? I come in, I speak well now. But they didn't realize that what they think good. See, they think that, they can speak well, fluent English, they have confidence, they are not so nervous anymore. They come in to do speeches, that is good enough. Then they enjoy, they say, they gain the skill already. You know what is the problem? The problem is you don't have a measure. You don't have a measure how good is good. And most people take the measure as a title. Like myself, I'm 2-time DTM. I still don't consider myself as very good because I have my higher standard. The way I measure myself is I can speak off my mind like without, I have the ability to speak, articulate very clearly. Everything come to my mind and how I feel, what I think. Without any speech crutches, without any preparation, without having to craft a speech. That's what I want because I've seen people did that. I've seen people done it, and I admire that kind of skill. Of course, I also admire the world champion, that kind of standard that I look up to. So when you join Toastmasters, you improve a little bit. You feel great. You feel that you are not as nervous. You feel that you can speak freely. Okay? If this is the standard only you want, then you will remain there. Toastmasters platform is a platform to challenge yourself. Don't stop challenging yourself. Set another higher standard. Set, for example, be the district champion in contest. You can start with evaluation contest. if it's not international speech contest. Or start with club contest, area contest, whatever. Or start with, set yourself, then because when you have this kind of measure, this kind of goal, you realize that you're not good enough. And you need to spend a lot of time doing self-reflection. You have to be very honest to yourself whether you are really good enough. When people say, when the evaluator say that you are good, you ask yourself, am I really, really good? They are just trying to be nice and encouraging. Am I really good? So because you have to seek the answer honestly to yourself, and that is the answer you keep upgrading. Even you, okay, I am happy that I've improved a little bit. Then you want to keep upgrading. For example, myself, although I'm 2-time DTMs, but I know I'm not good enough because I speak too directly. My challenge is I need to say things in a way, yes, I want to get my point across, but visualize that a cake without icing looks so ugly, not attractive. People do, even though it might taste taste good, but if another cake, less tasty, with the icing, everything nice, it will be more appealing to you. Am I right now? So that kind of the things that I want to achieve. I want to have a balance. I don't want to lose my genuineness. I don't want to lose my honesty. I don't want to lose the quality I have. But at the same time, I want to add good value. I sing. I also used to speak very loudly, high pitch, high tone. I got excited very easily. And then I sit loud. So all these things make people feel offensive. They don't like Elysia. I know that there are people who genuinely care about me. They told me. So all these are the things that keep challenging me. Okay, so now I hope I give you the message. The message here of all these things I've spoken for 13 minutes is have a good talk with yourself. Do a plan. Cut off the time. To me, I dedicate my weekend time to Toastmasters. In the weekend time, I spend quite a lot of time go through all my Toastmaster things that I need to do, okay? During the weekday, I will put my job, all the work that I need to do first as a top priority. So then you want to see how you plan. And you want to plan, okay, now we get into your role, okay? And the problem of how to keep the club, okay? How to keep a club. So as a team, exco team, the president is the driver, right? The president is a driver. To be the president, to be the leader, the first thing when you take up the role, the first thing you have to understand is you are taking the responsibility. You are taking the blame. If this club does not achieve president distinguished, no excuse. Don't justify. Don't explain. You take the blame. That means you have to, okay? As a president, from the very beginning, you must have a club success plan. That is like your blueprint. All these plan for a good reason, to govern you. It's like a Bible, like a blueprint, or like a direction. You want to go to this place, you need to have a map. Without this one, you will lose the eyesight. You will lose you will lose the eyesight, yeah, the direction. If you have made up the plan honestly together with the team, this plan is workable, everyone agree, that's why they make you sign, right? Stick to it. That's why we want to have every month, we want to have an exco meeting. What is the exco meeting for? The exco meeting is for checking your progress with this plan. Set monthly goal. Set meeting goal. I set my own goal. I have to have at least one guest in every meeting. But it doesn't mean I will achieve it in every meeting. But that is another thing. If I don't achieve it, then that is a time I had to go through it. Why? You need to spend time to analyze, to be honest, what did I do right? That you want to track the root causes. You want to come up with idea what you can do, what more you can do in order to achieve that goal in the next meeting. You have something to drive you. You always have something to drive you, to review, to check, to tell you, hey, you failed. You failed. You better go keep up to it. If you don't have that as a checker, as a driver, you will lose it. You cannot achieve, you cannot get there. Right? Okay. That's very important. But then as a leader, as a president, how do you work with every team members? Every team members, I will tell you, every team members, your main responsibility. Okay? Then from there, I'll tell you how you all work together. Okay? So who is the VPE? VPE. Good. I am sure you are not a new Toastmaster, right? Yeah, you're not. You know what is VPE. Knowing is one thing, but then doing it is another thing. I suggest at least 3 tools that you can have in order to be efficient. You see, in the world today, electronic, we have computer, we have spreadsheet. That's why there are things that we can use to do. If you don't have, actually you can ask from me or ask from Madam, ask from the senior, whoever, they should have something. Okay. Number one, as a VPE, you must keep track with every member's progress. I have a spreadsheet in every meetings, who spoke, who delivered a speech, what speech I have a spreadsheet, keep track with this one. So you are VPE, you must be very clear in your mind. Every member, especially now you don't have so many members, okay? But clearly which one, so that you can plan for them. Next one, okay? Second, you want to know every one of them, the path. You want to check, okay? You want to make a plan at least 3 months, because it takes time to prepare for speeches. I know when you don't have time, the difference is if you plan ahead and you don't plan ahead. If you don't plan ahead, what will end up is you will rush the members to do speeches, and the members don't have enough time to craft a good speech and to rehearse and practice. When the member don't have enough time to craft a good speech and rehearse to deliver a good speech, at the end, they don't enjoy it. Number one. Number two, they don't progress, they don't improve very good, very well. So when, as a Toastmasters, if you don't enjoy it and you don't improve it, do you see the value why you should come to the meeting? Don't, right? That is why people told me to say they don't see they see that every time they come in, the structure is the same. Okay? They just come in, da-da, and then everybody enjoy the table topic. They don't feel the value. They don't see the value, okay? So then they don't, slowly, and then because if you don't give them enough time, they feel pressured. They feel they are being pushed into doing speeches. That's how they feel pressure. When the member feel pressure, they refuse to come. They don't want to come. They don't enjoy. They have enough pressure in their workplace. They don't need this additional pressure. Agree or not? Sharina, you're also the same, right? You don't want additional pressure, right? So in order not to have that kind of pressure, you give yourself and give the member a long time. I plan like 1 month, 2 months. Not too long now. Too long also people will forget. And you need to follow up. When you follow up, there is also a trick. I will get to that part when I talk about VPM, VPPR. Then I will talk about the human part. Okay? So then, the agenda, prepare at least 1 week ahead of time. When you have this agenda is up, you remind all the members, hey, our meeting is in 1 week. Okay? Get the commitment and all these things, right? So VPE also one thing also very important to do clubbing, so that you can invite others to be your GE, and also you want to expose yourself. Okay, clubbing is not only for inviting GE and all that. Clubbing is a good way to build connection. Actually, Toastmasters we should emphasize more on networking and connection. Toastmasters so far, we emphasize number 1 thing is public speaking. Number 2 thing is leadership. Number 3 thing is camaraderie, right? But right now, especially the pandemic, especially now all these things, I personally feel that in my club, I start doing that. I reverse it. I put the networking, the connection, the camaraderie first. Okay? Let me ask you all questions. Then you understand why I say so. When people invite you to the club, will you want to say yes? To me, most of the time I say no. Why? Because I'm not connected with them. I value my time. Oh, sitting there for 2 hours. No. Okay? 2 hours. I don't feel connection. I don't have, you see, like your buddies. You need to meet people. You need to make people your buddies. That's how you get support, mutual support. You need to start making people your buddy. You see, when you see your buddy, how do you feel? Exciting, right? Exciting. Buddy, we have a lot to talk. See, when come into the meeting, don't earlier than 15 minutes minimum. I always open my Zoom half an hour. I call people, hey, I told my club members, we are having family gathering. You think about this meeting, Toastmaster meeting, as family gathering. When you build the bond, after you have built the bond, we become buddy first, buddy. And then as we get closer, we bond stronger, we become family. A family, then what is the difference between buddy and family? Buddy is when you see each other, you are very happy, excited. But when you don't see each other, nothing happens, right? But family, they will inform you that, like myself, I will tell my mom, I can't come home to this Sunday, this weekend. I have something to do. I will always get my mom, my sibling, family is every time you always get your family member informed, right? You always know your brothers, although you don't see your brothers, your siblings, your parents, you kind of know where they are, what they are doing, why they cannot come to the reunion? Why your mom will know why you cannot come home, right? So myself, I know every of my member when they cannot turn up, they inform me. If they don't inform me, I'll check with them. Say, hi May, how happened to you? Can you come this month? Are you coming? So you always check with them. You want to build them, to make them a family. You need to, as an exco, you want to take the proactive initiative to say them, hi. Like for example, Wing Yan, are you coming? Check with them. Check whether are you coming this meeting? You meet, then if you feel that you feel the sense of belonging, you will at least inform, hey, Dr. Rashid, this next meeting I can't come. You will inform each other. This is a family, right now, okay? So when you have that kind of connection, you really enjoy each other when you see each other in the meeting. That meeting is more than a meeting. That meeting is a family gathering, body meet up. So the time you feel well spent. See? Why Dr. Rashid asked, hey, Sandeep, come. Okay. Elysia, Sandeep. No. Because I'm not your buddy, right? So to build your club bigger, stronger, number one thing is you need to keep the existing member bonded first. Don't lose your existing member. You have to keep. If you cannot keep your existing member, then you only focus on looking for a new member. Then you lose more than you get, right? At the end, right? So the first thing you must focus, build the bond with existing member, keep them so that they don't leave you. Then on this basis, find more members. So when people come into your meetings, we see the vibe of family, the vibe of body, that kind of interaction, so different. People can sense it. Human being, you automatically attract people. People find, oh, this club is different. Everyone so closely bonded, talk to each other. Wow, I like it. You build the vibe to attract people to want to join you. The best selling point is you attract people want to join you instead of convincing them, join now. Then people give you all kind of reasons. Your club too small, only a few people. Your club, I don't feel the connection. Oh, I think about it first. So they will give you all kind of reasons. It's all boiled down to they are not connected. You remember when people join, why you choose to join Kinder, right? It must be someone in this club that you feel connected. Am I right or not?
Very right, DTM.
Yeah. Then that is the point. You get people connected with you. That is a tool. That is a way. Okay? Now how? Now we get into how. We have VPPR and VPM. These two persons had to work very closely. Who is a VPPR? K. Idris. Who is a VPM?
DTM is Distinguished Toastmaster Katie. He is having an event now, so he will not be able to join. But we are recording for him.
Okay. A lot of people, they are not so clear about these two. They are not so clever, this two. Let me explain very distinctively, then you know exactly. Suddenly, these two persons, VPBR and VPM, they work together, but they're sure there is a distinctive task, okay, to share the responsibility. VPPR focus on looking for leads, guests, invite them in. Once you have been able to attract people and attend the meeting, come into the meeting, from that moment when this person, this guest come into the meeting, VPPR, you are done. That is a baby of VPM. VPM will have to try the very best to convert these guests into members. VPM have two key tasks, two key responsibilities. Number one is to maintain, sustain the club, the existing members. Sustain the existing members. The second thing is to convert guests into new members. Now I tell you what I did as in order to attract members, guests in. So far I've been doing focus on creating awareness, right? The Facebook meet up. You have to think about all kind of channel you have. Personally, your friends, your colleagues. Even though you go to Starbucks, you have a coffee, a chat, you can still talk about it. In your Facebook, you want to post something every week so that people, because every time you post something, it will create awareness. People will see. And all the members share it to your personal Facebook, because every one of you will have non-Toastmasters friends. Am I right? So if you share it to your non-Toastmasters friends, your Toastmasters saw it. Idris, I saw you the day you seem to do a speech quite well. Wow, I admire. So how do you get the skill? Then he will start talking to you. Then come, invite them. So your friend will notice your improvement. Okay, talk about it. Do some interview. Talk about Kinder Valley Club. What is the uniqueness? What is going on? And why? Ask yourself why people should join you. Why people should join you? You guys need to find the answer. Then you give this answer to. If you cannot find the answer, you can't even find the answer why people should join you. Nobody will join you. Correct or not? So, and that kind of answers must be very visible. You cannot say that, we have Dr. Rashid, PhD holder. People don't, so it doesn't, it's not, this kind of benefit is not explicit. Okay? I give you one other example in my club. Right now, at my club, I started to have English lesson. I teach English only for 5 to 7 minutes. I use one speaking slot's time. Because a lot of people, they want to learn English, because you need to be good in English in order to speak good English. Correct. And a lot of people thinking coming into Toastmasters to learn English. And this one can be one of the attraction. So I started giving English lesson as an attraction. So you can think of any kind, something, okay? And then I also have game time. I always have 15 minutes break. And in that 15 minutes, we always have a game to refresh, to enjoy, to hoo-ha. Huh? We can have Kahoot. We can have charade. We can have round robin. Anything. We can have a story. No, this thing. Very fun. We can have listening teaser. Listening teaser is where someone will write down 10 questions at the end, ask you, and you give them a prize. You need to have something to attract people, to make people feel that they're not here to just listen. They like the feeling, feel refreshed. They like to have a time where they can laugh, right? When you laugh, you feel you're refreshed, right? Okay? Correct or not? Give people a chance to laugh it out. Create a kind of vibe that in the game time you really like body, in very, very closely knitted. Okay? So this is the thing that you attract. And you want, after the meeting, you want to post it in the Facebook and show all this funny picture, video. If someone give a speech very, very attractive, interesting, or very professional, or something, a topic that will attract, most people want to know something, you want to post it so that, oh, this is a good topic, or oh, you have a good speaker. Demonstrate to people what do you have in your meeting. Right? Right. So then all these things attract people. Secretary, what do you do? Yeah, the secretary, you can do a lot of things to help. Secretary, actually, if you don't want to do much, you will be very limited. Like mainly during the exco meeting, you take the minutes. You want to organize the exco meeting. Who is the secretary? Vignette. This is very important. You want to send out agenda to all the exco, remind the exco for the exco meeting, and before the meeting ends, you want the exco to come up with a date for the next meeting. You want to prepare agenda before the meeting so that this agenda will govern your meeting, will be in your discussion, you will be focused. What the point you want to talk about. You want to invite every member, remind every members 1 week before at least. Members, we are having a meeting. Anyone have any particular topic to discuss? Any EXCO you can suggest something to talk to. This is the time, EXCO meeting, for you to talk and discuss. If you have any idea, anything that you want them, then you list it down. The secretary will list it down and who proposed this one. And okay, then in the meeting, actually, secretary is the one who run the meeting. Secretary will start the meeting by reading the. Actually, you want to send out the minutes for the last meeting first. Ask everyone to read it, and in the meeting you want to have the consent to pass the meeting. So every one of you, have you read the minutes in the last meeting? Do you all agree? Do I have your all the votes to pass that minutes? It's very important to have majority vote to pass the minute. Okay, and then after that, you want to go through the agenda for the day, and then discuss one by one, regulate, learn a little bit of the Robert's Rules of Order. Robert's Rule of Order it basically means one person speak at a time. Okay, and then anytime when someone propose something, someone had to scan it. So you want to at least get people, someone scan it, that means then when you have someone scan it, then this issue can continue, can be discussed. If let's say Sandeep, I want to suggest one thing, any second, nobody second. You can just, then nobody second, then can I have someone to propose end this terminate or end this proposal? Yeah, then this proposal died. No further discussion. You must have at least one person to second it. Then you can continue that. Okay? If no person at all, no discussion is needed. Then the meeting will be very fruitful. Then you write down, and then sometimes you have too many things to discuss. Try to limit your exco meeting in 1 hour, not too long. And then if you can't discuss, finish, then you want to. Sometimes certain things you cannot make decision this time. It will roll over. It will be continue and carry on again. So you want to jot it all down. And secretary also is the backup for VPE when the VPE is not available to submit credit of the members. Isn't it? Because that is why secretary is the base camp manager, not the president. The president is a base camp manager, but the president is not the backup for VPE. The backup for VPE is secretary. But then when the VPE, because VPE cannot submit his own credit, so the VPE will get the president to submit the credit for him. Of course, he can also ask you to submit, no problem at all. So, right. So this is process. The treasurer is very straightforward. Just manage money. Who is a treasurer? Sandeep. Oh, okay. Are you accountant? It's very simple. Debit, credit, balance. Not much, right? Yeah.
I'm accountant. That's right.
Yeah. So no problem at all. And then SAA. Actually, SAA's role is very important. Who is the SAA? So is it
Vaishnavi.
Okay. Actually, SAA is very important, very heavy duty. You know why? Now we are going back to physical meeting. A lot of people are doing hybrid meeting. So if you are in a physical meeting, SAA is the person who come to the meeting first and leave the meeting last, because SAA is the one who arrange everything, take care of all the properties of the clubs, and also prepare the food if you provide food, right? So on the online meeting, the Zoom master usually is SAA, all these things, right? So are you all planning to have hybrid meeting? So if you are, SAA is a key person. Okay. So and then, but all these things, although you are having this responsibility of individually, but it does not mean that's it. Or VPE, you do the agenda, you must do the agenda. I don't care. I don't care. Not my baby. No. As a team, we help each other. This is why, and this is also the leadership of the president, pull everyone together, supporting each other. When one is not available, always someone step in to help. That's why when you help each other, you learn the job of the other one. The next time you can move up, move down. Every job you can do it, right? So at the end, I know the time is up. At the end, how to sustain the club, how to make the club strong, how to grow the club. Number one, what do you get from me? Number one, you need to have a self-talk first. Convince yourself that this year is very important for me to allocate my time to take care of this club, to do your duty. This is you must do this. If you don't do this one, there's nothing will happen. Okay, and then number two, the president, your club success plan must be ready from the day one. That is your blueprint. Always check in every club meeting, check back. What is the progress? That is a governing, right? Number 3, always prepare ahead. Don't do last minute. I don't like last minute thing. Sign in, the Zoom open half an hour before the meeting. All the exco come in half an hour. You guys have to get excited first, get connected first. When people sign, oh, this guy is so good, so warm, so friendly, so connected. People get attracted. People when anytime you see a guest sign in, then for example you say, Elysia, hello Elysia, but people feel warm. You get excited. I feel so honored. Wow! Once I sign in, everybody notice that Elysia sign in and then address Elysia. Wow! I will be so happy. I will want to come again. Okay? So when I sign in, why nobody want? Where everybody is? Do you want to come in or not? You ask yourself, do you want to come into this kind of club or not? Open the Zoom earlier. Prepare everything, agenda, the roster for speaking, the role play, everything earlier. Well prepared. And then another thing is get connected, build the bond yourself. The 10 of you hold together firm first, bond tightly first. Don't lose your hand. Don't let go. 10 of you must bond together, hold the hand tight, then slowly add 1, 2, 3. Don't say at the end, oh, I recruited 5, then I lost 6. Right? So this is what happened. Only when you enjoy, you love this club, people will love this club. If you don't enjoy, if you don't love this club, people will not love this club. Remember this. If you don't love yourself, people don't love you. You must love yourself first. You must love the club first. Okay? So with your club, everybody is so strongly bonded and happy and have fun. Your club meeting, have break time, have fun time, have some value added thing, all these things. Do you think people don't want to come? You invite Elysia, yeah, okay, I come. I'm willing to spend my 2 hours here. You get my message, and I'm open for question. Any question you want to ask.